Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is LaShonda Lee, CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching and Jewels of Success Suite, along with Jewels Circle of Success. Hope you all are having an incredible day. Listen, I wanted to jump on really quickly because some of you all have shared with me that you all are really dealing with some stressful situations going on in your lives, and you didn't feel that you were handling it as best as you could. And so I just wanted to jump on today and just share with you 8 tips to de-stress, 8 tips for stress management. Because stress has some very negative effects on our lives to the point where it can even create illnesses in our bodies. And so listen, if you know that right now you're dealing with some type of stress and it's not having the impact on your life that you desire, go ahead and grab pen and paper right now and write down these 8 tips that I'm going to give you. And not only do I want you to write them down, I want to make sure that you at least practice one or more of them, because here's the thing, knowing what to do and doing it isn't the same thing. And so listen, hopefully you got your pen, hopefully you got your paper, and you are ready to take these notes. So listen, let me share something with you. Stress is definitely a natural human reaction. Hello, Sister Spades. Welcome to our afternoon tips and training today. And like I said, stress is natural. It's a natural human reaction to a perceived threat, right? And so when we see something as a threat, our brain immediately reacts by asking whether we should fight the threat or whether we should take flight and flee from this threat, right? And so this idea, this reaction to fight or flight is actually something that I've heard before when I used to work in domestic violence. And so our natural fight or flight reaction to a perceived threat often just leads us to stress. And some stress, I got to tell you, is productive because it can help us focus and achieve our goals. However, it's that chronic stress that I really want to talk to you about today. It's that chronic stress that is not so helpful, right? And so we need to find ways to productively handle that stress. And so listen, I want to share with you real quickly 8 tips for handling this type of chronic stress. The first thing is to identify the perceived threats that are leading you to your stress, right? What is it that is causing you to stress out? What is it that is causing you to lose your peace and your peace of mind? What is it that is causing some form of anxiety? What is it that is causing you to stay up late at night or wake up early in the morning with this fear or with this doubt or with this worry? What is it that is leading you to this type of stress? And I want you to realistically evaluate the threats and ask, how could you either reframe the threat so that you will make it a little bit less stressful, or how you could mitigate the threat by taking some kind of action. The last thing you want to do is just to allow it to exist. Once you identify this threat, you need to figure out, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to reframe it to make it seem less stressful, or am I going to take some type of action to get rid of it or to eliminate it? But by analyzing the threat, you literally prepare yourself to face it and to face it efficiently and effectively. All right. So the first thing I want you to do is just identify the perceived threat. The second thing I want you to do is find something funny in the situation. Listen, I promise you, with everything that we go through, we can find something funny in the situation so that, we can remove the fear. If we can find something funny in it, then it removes the fear, right? And, we can make it to the point where it doesn't have that same effect upon us. Many things that have seemed stressful in the past make great and funny stories in the future. Think about something that really had you messed all up in your emotions and your feelings and different things like that in the past. But today, now you can laugh about it because now it's funny. But guess what? It was not so funny then. And so just like you were able to find something funny in those past situations, I want you to find something funny in the situation that you are dealing with right now. Because here's the thing, retelling your current stressful story as the funny one, it may be in order to pass it and help it be less of an anxiety up on you. All right. And so find something funny in the particular situation that you are dealing with. The third thing that I would tell you to do is identify some immediate action you can take, or identify a goal that you can achieve that will build your confidence and sense of achievement. See, a lot of times we get stressed because maybe we don't have the confidence we need to tackle the situation that is going on in our lives. And so that alone causes us to stress out. But if you can, find some type of immediate action that you can take or attempt to achieve a goal, that alone will build your confidence and therefore make that stressful situation less stressful in your life. And so completing even a small task that you have been thinking about frees up your mind to focus on other things. And so it'll also remind you of what you can do and that you are actually in control. A lot of times we feel stressed because we feel that we are no longer in control. We feel that the situation is totally out of hand and we don't have a good grasp on it. The fourth thing that I would recommend you do is just talk about the situation. Sharing your fears with close friends. And sometimes we have this good as girlfriends. We don't mind sharing our fears with our close girlfriends or somebody that we can trust, like a family member. See, when we share our fears, this literally helps us process the fear by converting the thoughts into words. And sometimes we just need to hear it out, right? And so this process of talking and the problem solving or empathy we receive from others in return can literally help reduce the stress. Because see, in talking with someone else, you may find that they've walked that journey before and they can share with you how to eliminate that or how to better handle it. And when you have some good ideas or some good feedback on how to overcome a situation that you're currently going through because someone else has walked through that story, then it gives you a little bit more confidence and it gives you the motivation that you need to go ahead and take care of the situation that you're going through. The other thing that I would recommend, and this is number 5, and hopefully you're writing, is to listen to others. Refocusing our attention to listen to other people's and their fears and their stress can actually help us process our own, and we won't feel so alone, right? Also, when you are focused on someone else, you are less concerned about what's going on in your own world. Sometimes you just need to step away from what's going on with you, right? And so when you're not as concerned with what's going on with your own world, this can help you break the bad thought patterns that leads to stress, because whatever it is that you're thinking is going to determine how you feel, and it's going to determine what you say, and it's going to determine what you do. And so if your thoughts are full of stress, then your feelings, your words, and your actions are going to be the same. And so anything that can break up that thought pattern of stress is going to be helpful for you. So take time to listen to others, all right? The sixth thing that I would share with you in how to de-stress or how to manage the stress that is in your life is practice a routine or a ritual. Many people find comfort and safety in repeated patterns. And so identify maybe the healthy foods you will eat when you feel stressed. Try to go to sleep at the same time each night when you find yourself being stressed. Locate a special place in your home that you can go to meditate or have peace and quiet and talk to God. Those are just some things that you can do to try to create a ritual or a pattern for yourself, because there is safety in doing so. And so identify simple rituals, like lighting a candle or taking a long shower or a long bath or something else that you may enjoy. But make sure that you identify simple rituals that force you to slow down and focus on a simple task. All right. And so look, we just got 2 more to go. Hopefully you all are writing this down. And what's so great is this is some of the information that I like to share with my clients, because, I have clients who are mothers, who are single, working some incredible jobs, business owners, so they cover a broad spectrum of individuals, and a lot of times they find themselves stressful. And I tell you, it is challenging to enjoy every day of your life if it's full of stress. And so I just really quickly wanted to share with you all some of the tips that I share with my private clients in our one-on-one coaching sessions. And so number 7, hopefully you all are writing this down. Evaluate and reduce your commitments. This is what I call the just say no tip. So many of you have had problems with saying no because you feel like you're letting the other person down. But in reality, if you commit to do something that you don't want to do, you don't have the energy to do it, you don't have the heart to do it, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to let yourself down because you're going to be miserable. And so I call this the just say no tip, or the this just won't work out for me tip. I want you to look across all the activities and the obligations that you currently have and honestly consider what you could cut back on, what you could get help with, or what you could approach differently. But at the end of the day, evaluate and reduce your commitments, because sometimes we get so caught up in being able to say, I got a lot of plates. I'm spinning a lot of plates, or I got a lot of fire in the oven, or I got a lot of this going on. My plate is full. But here's the thing. Everything on your plate, is it fruitful? Is it producing fruit? Is it producing benefits? If it's not producing benefits in your life and you don't need it, then I would say cut it out. But let's just say it's something that you don't like doing, but you absolutely need to do. Then see about getting help with that particular thing, or approach it differently so that your stress level will reduce. And then the last tip that I would share with you is to be present in the moment. So many times we live in the past, and as you know, we can't change the past. And then other times we live in the future, and we know that the future is unknown. Yes, we are to plan for the future, but at the end of the day, we don't know what the future holds for us. And so I advise you to just be present in the moment. And being present is not time consuming. You just need to shut off distractions and focus on the immediacy of what's going on right now. Maybe your television is a distraction. Maybe your cell phone is a distraction. Maybe your emails are a distraction. Maybe music is distraction. Maybe you watch the news and you see all of this harmful things being done to people. You hear the gloom and doom, and maybe that's a distraction. Sometimes you just need to shut off the distractions and focus on the immediacy of what's going on in your life, right? And so quiet time, even if it's just a few minutes to reflect, can help you notice how you feel and it can help you adjust. And so notice your shallow and your fast breathing. And I would say purposely, intentionally take 2 or 3 deep breaths just to kind of center yourself. All right. And so at the end of the day, stress is a natural part of life, and not all of it is bad. The key is understanding where this stress comes from and handling it in healthy ways that will benefit you now and in the future. And so what I want you to do is just take a moment to pause right now and then pick one of the tips and get started with it, right? And I promise, if you decide to literally implement one or maybe all of these tips in your life, I know that you will absolutely be glad that you did. And so real quickly, let me go ahead and recap the 8 tips. 1, identify the perceived threats that are leading you to your stress. Number 2, find something funny in the situation. Number 3, identify some immediate action you can take or a goal you can achieve that will build your confidence and sense of achievement. Number 4, talk about it. Share your fears with close friends or trusted family members. Number 5, listen to others, refocusing your attention to listen to somebody else's fears and stress, right? Number 6, practice a routine or a ritual, because people find comfort and safety in repeated patterns, and you might as well. Number 7, evaluate and reduce your commitments. Learn to say no. Learn to say, that's not going to work out for me. And number 8, be present in the moment. Don't hang out in the past and don't hang out in the future, which is unknown. Be present in the moment. Learn to appreciate the moment that you have, because today is a day that you have never seen before, and it is a day that you will never see again. So you only get one shot to make this day count. And so since you only get one shot, go ahead and make it your best shot. And so, ladies, again, this is LaShonda Lee, CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching. And we are a global company designed to help women accelerate their personal and professional achievements by creating unique action plans that will increase your happiness, that will increase your success, your fulfillment, and spirituality. And so if you know that you are looking to move and transform from where you are to where you want to be, because deep down inside of you, you know that you have greater potential. You know that there's more to your life. You know that you are to be a renowned name. You know that you are looking to leave a legacy for your family. Then I would advise you, and I would also invite you to book a complimentary coaching session with me. Go to my website, www.walkinfavorinc.com. Let me help you get unstuck so that you can become unstoppable, which really opens up the door for you to bring your biggest dreams into reality. Whether your dream is to be a business owner, a parent, a wife, a ministry leader, whether your dream is to open up a nonprofit organization to help teenage mothers, to be able to help children who have lost their parents, whatever the case may be, whatever your dream is, my goal is to help you bring your biggest dream into reality, because I personally believe that you have permission to be great in every area of your life. And so go to my website, book your complimentary coaching session, and let's work together so that, again, you can get unstuck and become unstoppable. And so if your life is bad, let's take it to good. If your life is good, let's take it to great. If your life is great, let's take it over the top and make it outstanding. All right. So listen, enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. And listen, share your feedback in the comments section regarding this audio broadcast, because I definitely want to know if any of the tips resonate with you, and then I want to know which one you are going to implement. All right, so listen, enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you. Bye now.